My name's Sade, and I identify as queer.
I'm Thea. I identify as bisexual.
I'm Eric, and I'm also bisexual.
I'm Serena, and I'm bisexual too.
One thing that I find interesting is when I go out with my boyfriend and we're a couple and we go out and people see us, we read as like a straight couple. He's bi and I'm queer, and it's like, that's not who we are. You can go out and be like, people say it's like a privilege, I guess, to say like you can go out and be like a hetero couple and people won't harass you, but it's also like my identity isn't being recognized, and that's quite hard, I find.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about, because I had that, I've dated a guy and a girl recently. And it's sort of, when you're in public spaces, it is easier because you don't get like harassed as much if it's like seemingly a heterosexual couple. But then within the queer community, sort of people definitely don't respect you as much or like you as much, because if you're bisexual and you're a woman and you're dating a man, then clearly you're just straight. They only really accept you when you're dating someone of the same gender or someone who's non-binary, because they're like, oh, okay, that's okay now. You're just basically a lesbian.
I found it tricky because like my first relationship was with a girl, and everyone just kind of thought, okay, Eric's gay, that's cool. And then my next relationship was with a boy, and everyone kind of thought, oh, so was that just a phase or whatever? And it's like, oh, well, bisexuality is a thing. And it's just kind of annoying having to explain yourself when, like, I feel like the whole concept of like actually having gay rights and like LGBT rights is to not have to explain yourself to people.
And to make it valid.
And it's fine.
It's a tricky thing, and it kind of leads on to my point, which is like a lot of people who identify as gay now used to use bisexuality as a stepping stone. So they either believe that no, you're confused, you're not there yet, you'll find out for yourself. Okay, and it's just like, now you're just being disrespectful because I do exist, and my identity is not going to change based on what you went through, you know, with different people. But then at the same time, what they were doing to find themselves, they wouldn't be proud of it now, put it this way. So then they assume that, oh, well, if you're a bisexual, then you're either like being super promiscuous and you're just out to break hearts, or you're gonna hurt me if I date a bisexual. Like they'll shut you down. No, I don't date bisexuals because you guys are players. You're all, do you know? It's like,
or it feeds into like trans misogyny and transphobia, being like, oh, I don't date bisexuals because I personally wouldn't go near a penis. And it's like, okay,
that's just,
didn't ask you to.
No one asked, no one mentioned.
It is like genitalia, and that it's just like unnecessary. It's like also like the whole phrase of like a gold star lesbian.
Oh my god,
legit. It's like basically it's like trying to say, oh, you're not lesbian enough because you have interacted with a man or a cis man, or you've done this, and it's just like, no, like anything you do, your identity is valid. Like any life you've lived, every path you've taken, your identity is going to be valid.
Like everyone wants to quantify it. I found that with bisexuality a lot. I've had people literally say to me, like friends say to me, oh yeah, but when was the last time you kissed a girl? Or when was the last time you kissed a boy? When I'm in like a different gender relationship. And I'm like, that's not, you can't just fill a measure of how bi you are.
And it's not like you have like a regular test to figure out, I have to like just check, I have to check in, you know.
You've got to be a 3 on the Kinsey scale.
I check in with like my bi doctor, I go, well, and it's just like, no, that's not how it works.
To get your card renewed.
just in case people are worried. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. Even if like, I only started like dating femmes and women recently, and it's like, I only kissed a girl like a couple of months ago. I know, thank you. But it's just like, I was so worried because my identity, I was like, oh, I haven't verified it. People were like, have you done this? And I'm like, that's not how sexuality works. It's about your desire to do something. And it's not about what you actually do. And so like someone that has like, virgins still have a sexuality and have a valid sexuality. It's not like, oh, well, you haven't done that, you're not something. It's just like, it's so true. It's like it's not based on your experience or what you've done or who you've done it with, and if you've tried this and if you've tried that. And it's like, and everyone just has this idea of what a bisexual is, and it's like
if you think about the stereotypes, when someone says what's a stereotypical lesbian, you think of an appearance, right? Which is bad enough, or someone who's a gay guy or non-binary, you always kind of have like a rough image in mind. When you think of a bisexual stereotype, one of the popular ones is a cheater automatically, and you've got this
It's like people presume like, oh, because you have maybe more, it's like more choice. It's not like it's more choice, it's just you have more options, and it's like...
You don't need to be dating every gender.
Yeah, it's like, it's like I have to pick from every gender. I'm like, you know what, this week, just to fill my quota this month, I'm gonna...
It's June, so I'm
well, I'm feeling a bit like, I might as well. And it's like, no, I'll pick I'm not picking, I'm dating. And it's like, I'm not going, well, I see this person on the street, they're a woman, I'm going to pursue them because they're a woman. No, I'm not pursuing someone because of who their gender. I'm pursuing them because of who they are.
I feel like we get vilified a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like lesbians will be like, oh, I don't want to date a bi woman. That's not my experience anyway. Because, oh, you'll break my heart. You'll secretly run off with a man. Like, it's as if somehow being bi means you're inherently the villain, but then the monosexuals are very innocent.
Like, there's always this fear of you running off with another person of another gender.
And
it's
that's
just,
wild.
And like cheating and being a jealous person, any of that is not relation to your sexuality.
No, that's your character as a person. Look, the way it is if you cheat, you're a cheater. Straight up. That's it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Regardless of orientation.
Yeah, it doesn't matter of your orientation. It doesn't matter of your background. Whatever. You decided to cheat. Okay, you can't say, oh, I just fell into the situation. No, you didn't.
And you can't be like, oh, I'm bi, so you could obviously you're expecting this.
That's not how it works.
It wouldn't work if you tried that. If you actually like, I'm going to exploit this. Oh, it's because I'm bi. There's something like,
let me
still
just
cheating.
I get away with it. Ovi, no, you don't.
Yeah, and it's just very much like, oh.
But it's kind of the opposite. If you're dating like a lot of straight guys, if you date them, then they'll be like, oh, you're bi. Cute. So like a threesome.
Yeah.
Stop asking bi people to be in
yeah.
your threesome.
Oh my god, the amount of times on Tinder I've seen couples.
Oh my God, Tinder's
they're
as well.
couples on Tinder. Like, I think it's a woman, and then I'm like, oh yeah, me and my partner want to just have like a little.
Bye.
I'm just like, whoa.
Bye.
And it's like, I'm like poly, and so like me and my boyfriend don't like go out and go, you know what we fancy today? A hot young bi babe, you know, just to join us on, make spice up our relationship. We're gonna add like a little thing. It's like we're not like we're not sex toys. We're not like, oh, we're gonna add a little bit more.
my gosh.
Imagine if it was like just selling a sex toy, like it's a woman. It's an actual
literally
person.
like being a human sex toy. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I was with a guy once and like I slept with him and then he was like, oh, so you're bi, so like would you be up for a threesome? And I literally just put on all my clothes and just walked out. I was like, no, this is
That's
not
not.
happening.
It's like,
Or they invalidate
happening.
a relationship then with a woman. They'll be like,
Exactly.
oh yeah, you could kiss a girl, that's fine. I know
Exactly.
bi women who are dating men who've been like, oh, you could kiss a girl, that wouldn't be cheating, that'd be hot. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
And it's like the only thing that's valid within like a relationship is when a man's involved.
Yeah.
And so if a man's involved and you go, well, you kissed a guy, that obviously means something. Or like one thing I find like as well, if you think about like harassment on the street, and I'm like going to another avenue, but it's like harassment on the street, you go, people like use the whole I have a boyfriend as a way to deter.
Yeah.
And it's like me saying no is enough because I'm a woman.
Saying
but then
you've got a
add-
girlfriend isn't enough.
Yeah, saying if you have a girlfriend, that wouldn't work. It's like you have to have a man who has that maybe authority or that presence to be like, oh, that's enough. That's
They
enough
respect
for
the
you.
man, they don't respect you.
And it's like that's another layer on top of everything that you have to deal with in your life.
Right? Like, what I don't understand is when people don't understand. I didn't sign up for this. Okay, it wasn't like a choice. Do you know what I
tick
mean?
the Bible.
Yeah, I was
Like,
like,
I'll go
okay,
for
let's
that.
just go difficulty setting, extra hard, get hated from straight people and gay people. Like, what?
Yeah.
Don't assume that bisexuals are all transphobic either. I'm not sure where that came from. Like, I'm sure there are some bisexual transphobes, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, obviously,
But like the
yeah.
idea that people have actually said to me, no, you're pan because if you're bisexual, you couldn't be into women and trans women. I'm like, what do you mean? Trans women are women. Like, you're being
That's it, simple.
transphobic. I'm not being transphobic. Like, bi to me, my definition is being attracted to my gender, which is as a cis woman, and also being attracted to every other gender. Like, you can't tell people what their sexual orientation is. It's just ridiculous.
I feel like in the whole LGBT community, it's really important to know that everyone has a different definition in their head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one person's pan could be another person's bi.
Yeah.
So it's not okay to just kind of, if someone comes out to you as like bi or something and you're like, no, but actually you're pan, it's like, well, they can use their own words to describe their experiences and it's not your place
How is
to
it your
tell
business?
people
Yeah.
who they are.
As long as they use those
Yeah.
words to describe themselves and don't put them on other people, it's just easy.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
so easy. It's so simple.
If you self-identify, then you can sleep at night and not have to spend your time worrying about the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I find like I've always like had this in my head is like the whole concept of like you're straight until proven otherwise. So like everything you're like I was like always straight until proven gay or bi or whatever. It's like because you're always you'll present like your whole world. You start off as like a straight cis person because that's everyone's default setting. That's a blank canvas that everyone is. And then you have to like you add other things on top of that or you alter it and people are like, oh, you're just being too much. You're being too much. Oh, you had to be bi, didn't you? You had to have so many options. I'm like, no, just it's just the way it worked out. Really, didn't really have a choice. Yeah,
This is the thing with preference, because like
Yeah, this is so. We've all got such
Yeah.
different experiences.
Yeah.
like, I much prefer dating guys, but like
I have a preference. I like both equally.
Yeah, I'm down the middle. Like a lot of the bi people that I know personally, they've always said that they've had a preference, but not like the biggest preference. There's always
Yeah.
like 60-40 or
Yeah.
70-30. But then I've always been like,
I feel differently towards different genders, but not more or less.
Yeah.
Like, it's just sort of
They're just
like
different,
men are like, ooh, and then like when I date girls, I'm like, It's like different. Like it's
Yeah.
hard to explain. But if you talk to a bi person, they're like, oh yeah, that
Get
thing.
that. I
know
get
what
it.
you're talking
Yeah, like-
about.
And it's also like I find like some people are like they have romantic interests in one gender and then more sexual interests in another gender, and that's like completely valid as well. It's like everything is valid. I'm gonna keep saying that everything is valid, and it's like live your
Everything is valid.
live your truth, live your fucking truth. It doesn't matter what anyone else fucking says.
Basically, you should totally. Wait, is this going on YouTube? Yeah. Okay, totally subscribe for more bi stuff. Basically,
Yeah,
do the
subscribe to-
YouTuber thing right now.
Obviously, that's how it works.
Subscribe to this channel, and then they'll have to put more bi stuff on it.
Yeah, if you do
and
that,
you
that'd be
see
great.
It'd
us.
be like the only place bis are
Actually,
represented.
yeah, that would be amazing,
ridiculous.
wouldn't it? Like,
And we were
starting
represented.
something.
And it's like, you know, we're British as well. That's that. There's that.
British- yeah, like-
with the accent. You
I've
got the
never-
accent.
Bisexuals.
The only
British
BBs.
buys,
We have
BBs.
the BBs.
British bisexuals.
What a good band name.
Oh my god, BBs. The BBs, the babies.
Let's leave this channel right now.
Yeah.